Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here, I hope you're all doing well. So, the servers for Escape from Tarkov haven't been too great for the last few days. It's got to be said that they have been buckling under the strain of new players that have come into the game. A couple of reasons that new players have come in. First and foremost, there was a new quest added into the game. That was to kill Killer 100 times. If you did that, then you were able to have the option to purchase his Adidas tracksuit, or Abibas as it is in the game, for 4 million rubles. It's a kind of a non-task for a lot of people, but the streamers took up the gauntlet and it was a race between a lot of streamers to see who could kill him 100 times first. So that put a lot of emphasis on the game, a lot of people streaming the game. Then you had the Twitch Drops New Year event that Battlestate have run, and basically what that was, because by the time this video gets up that will have finished, but what it was you could link your Twitch account into your Escape from Tarkov account. Then by watching approved streamers on Twitch that were playing Escape from Tarkov, you were able to earn drops in the streams, and these could be ported over to your game. Now these could be anything from guns to ammunition. Myself, I got a Tactec plate carrier, I got 5 water filters, 5 golden star, I got a fast MT helmet and a couple of other things. So you were able to get anything. People were getting bars of soap, other people were getting 10 bitcoins. So it was a pretty good event. It's brought a lot of people into watching the game. Some of the streamers have been getting crazy numbers. I've been watching Pestilli. He's been hitting over 100,000 viewers whilst he's been playing the game. And you've also had other prominent streamers come in and play the game. They've seen the viewer numbers and they've wanted a piece of the pie. So you've had Dr. Disrespect, who started to play the game intermittently. I don't know if he still is playing. I know that he played for around 2 days and then I think he went back to PUBG because I don't think he was really enjoying it, but that put a lot of emphasis on the game, brought a lot of new players in, and subsequently the servers have buckled under the strain. So the odd thing is that once you're actually in a raid, the game is fine, but outside of raid, the menu system and the hideout and the flea market have been struggling really bad. Been a lot of back-end errors with things, been a lot of move errors, a lot of people just couldn't get into the game whatsoever. Indeed, on Saturday evening, Battlestate actually took the decision to take the servers down for around an hour and a half. Now they said that they did this because they were doing essential maintenance to the servers. The cynic in me kind of believes that they just turned it off for a bit and then turned it back on in the hope that the bulk of the players would have left and gone to play something else, and those that were left could have a half decent game. Once they were turned on, the game was working a lot better. It was still slow in the menus, you couldn't ensure anything for a number of hours, but for a while you was able to get in and play a game. But I think overall the Twitch event is the one that's overloaded the servers the most. A great event, great for putting a spotlight on the game. A lot of the streamers have used the increased viewers to run their charity fundraisers. So Veritas was doing one for raising money for, I think it was for homeless pets and things like that, a little bit like the RSPCA that we have here in the UK. Pestilli's doing one for the Starlight Foundation in Australia. So yeah, they're using it for good, raising a lot of money, putting a lot of emphasis and a spotlight on the game. Battlestate have responded by saying that they are currently fixing and upgrading the server infrastructure. Now what that actually means is anybody's guess. Does that actually mean that just not doing anything and they're just going to wait for things to die down? Because I think once the drop events has finished, a lot of people will leave the game. Some will stick around. It's brought new players in undoubtedly and they will stick around, they're enjoying the game. Other people have played it and maybe think, meh, I'll go back to something else. So whether they're just waiting for it to die down and everything go back to normal, or whether they are actually increasing server infrastructure, remains to be seen. I guess we'll see over the coming days, we'll see how it goes. Currently recording this on Sunday evening, the game is working better than it was this time yesterday on Saturday, but the menu system is starting to slow down noticeably as the hours go on. As we get into the evening time here in Europe, it is gradually getting slower. Hopefully they fix things soon. A lot of people are into the game, a lot of people are enjoying it, they have the chance to capture a bigger audience. In fact, it's the #1 streamed game or viewed game on Twitch at the moment. They want to try and hold on to that. It's going to bring increased revenue into the game that can go back into development of the game. I'm sure some of it might be used to give Nikita a holiday because I think he's going to need one. But yeah, It's been a good few days. Apart from the issues with the servers, I think overall the game will benefit from this last week. Okay, as regular players are being put out a little bit, but I think that will pay off in the future with better development of the game with the increase in funding. So they say they're going to increase server infrastructure. We'll just have to wait and see how that works out over the next coming weeks or so and see whether the servers do get better. Server infrastructure has always been a little bit ropey for Escape from Tarkov. They've never actually revealed where these servers are based, what company they use for it or anything like that. I would assume that they used a fairly basic cheap company, since there's no continued revenue coming in for the game once the player has actually bought it. Obviously they don't support microtransactions or anything like that, so the only revenue they get out of us players is our initial purchase, and that is it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this pans out. And that is pretty much it for this news kind of info video. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.